Hey guys, 22 Flinkster here. I've always wanted to build my own custom 22 long rifle pistol. So this is what I have. Introducing the Frankenpistol. Let me take a few shots with it and I'll tell you a little bit more about it. This particular pistol is truly a custom-made pistol. First things first, there is a lot of stuff on this pistol, and if you don't know what a Franken gun, or Franken rifle, or Frankenpistol is, it's when you pretty much build your own. You take a hodgepodge of different kind of parts and you throw it together to get exactly what you want. And this is exactly what I wanted. I wanted a ultralight Ruger style pistol, such as I didn't own a 2245 at the time, so this is a 2245, but I wanted one really light where I can take as a pack gun or a camping gun. So before we go any further, let me tell you about the things that you can see on the outside, and then we'll get to the things that are on the inside. What sticks out more about this pistol than anything on it is the barrel. Now this particular barrel is made by Tactical Solution. This is their pack light barrel. Now this particular barrel is in 4.5 inches. They also make a 6-inch version. This barrel comes in a lot of different colors. Like I said, it comes in 4.5 and 6-inch. This is blaze orange. I'm from Tennessee, so I had to go with the UT orange look. But it does have a really nice fiber octave sight on the front. And it also has a rear sight that is fully adjustable for windage and elevation. It does have a rail on it that you can mount your optics on. And I tell you the truth, this barrel is very accurate, it's very light, and it's been pretty reliable. The second thing I want to talk about is the muzzle brake. Now this particular muzzle brake is made by Tandem Cross. Tactical Solutions also sent me a muzzle brake, and I tried it on there for a while, but right now I have the Tandem Cross muzzle brake on it. Now, before we go any farther, I will leave everything that I mentioned about this particular build in the comments below. Well, actually in the description of the video. So all you got to do if you're interested in any of these things for your 2245 or your Mark series Ruger pistols, you know, you can click these links and buy them. So, but this Tandem Cross muzzle brake works extremely well. Everything is directed to the sides and up. So with this pistol being a little light, well, actually it's not a little light, it's extremely light. Sometimes even with the 22 long rifle, you get some barrel rise every time you shoot, but this muzzle brake does a really good job of keeping that muzzle down for a quick follow-up second and third or fourth shot. All right, now let's talk about this bolt puller, okay? Now on the end of this bolt, this is also made by Tandem Cross. This is a really nifty invention. It takes about 2 minutes to install on your 2245 or any Mark series pistol. You just pretty much, it just slides over and you tighten it down, and it uses the pressure from one another just to stay on there. Now after about 100 rounds or so, this does work a little loose and you just have to tighten it back up, but it's no big deal. But if you've ever tried to cock the bolt back on a 2245 or any Mark series pistol, if you have weak hands, it's kind of hard to do it, but this makes it extremely easy to do. You know, and they're not very expensive. I think it's a must for every Ruger pistol. All right, I decided to go with the Hogue grips. Now these are rubber grips. I've got some Tactical Solution grips that they sent me also. I haven't put those on yet. I really like these Hogue rubber grips though. They just fit my hands well. They're a little bit wider than the factory plastic grips that come on, and this is a really soft rubber, so I can get a really good purchase on the pistol. Now let's talk about the Hollow Sun optic that I have on here. This optic is pretty neat. Now, a lot of you are familiar with the aim points. This particular optic runs on battery, and it also runs on solar power, okay? It has a little solar panel on the top here, so you never have to worry about if your batteries are low in your Red Dot. I hate that. I hate getting out to the range, you turn it on, and you forgot that you left it on from last time, and the battery's dead, and you gotta swap them out. With this one, it doesn't matter. You're all the time running. Now, this thing automatically adjusts with the lighting conditions. Now, if you're outside, of course, it goes brighter where you can see it. These things are shockproof, waterproof, and for the price about $199, this is an extremely good buy. All right, now let's talk about the things that are on the inside of this pistol that makes it a Frankenpistol. Now, I guess first we need to talk about the slingshot mod. I have a slingshot mod made by Tandem Cross that I have in here. What it allows you to do on the last shot, the bolt stays back, and if you put another magazine in, all you have to do is pull it back and let it go, and it slingshots it in there. I really like that feature in case if you're shooting competition, or you just don't want to use the manual slide release, which you can still use, but you can just slingshot that puppy and it will go back into battery and you're ready to fire. Now, one of the nicest things I like about this pistol is the trigger. Okay, it just looks like a regular trigger to you, but this is not the factory Ruger trigger. I think Ruger has really went down on their triggers in the past 5 or 6 years. The trigger that came on this particular pistol was horrible. I did not like it. It was heavy. I never knew when it was going to break, and I knew I had to change it out. So I called Verkortsen and asked them if they could send me one of their accurizing kits. And what their accurizing kits consist of for their 2245 is a whole new trigger, but this trigger is a little bit wider than the Ruger trigger that comes with it, and you can adjust the travel in this particular trigger. The trigger's around 2 to 2.5 pounds, and it also comes with a new sear and springs inside of it. And you can also, it comes with a bushing that you can put in there that gets away from the magazine disconnect. That's one thing that I do not like about the Ruger Mark III pistols is the magazine disconnect, because if you drop the magazine out, the gun will not fire. But with the Verkortsen accurizing kit, that bushing, it eliminates the magazine disconnect. All right, enough talking about it. Let's shoot it some more. All right, let me show you what I was talking about, this slingshot mod made by Tandem Cross. Now, right here, I've got a magazine full of Federal 36 grain jacketed hollow points. Simply slide the magazine in, pull back, let go. You're good to go. So let's go for the dueling tree here. Man, it's a great shooter. Let's back up here to about 50 yards and see how froggy I am. What good is a Frankenpistol without a suppressor? I've got here my Silencer Co. Sparrow. See if I can plink those 6-inch targets down here at 50 yards a few times with it. In my opinion, this is the ultimate Ruger 2245 setup. All right, so let's wrap up this video and let me give you my final thoughts on my 2245 Frankenpistol. I built this because this is what I wanted, okay? This is exactly what I wanted, how I wanted it. I wanted a little bit shorter barrel where I could put a suppressor on the end of it, and the pistol's not this long. And, you know, I wanted something light with this Ruger 2245 polymer lower and this pack light barrel. You know, it is extremely light. So let me shoot it a few more times here and we'll wrap it up. This thing runs flawlessly. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, y'all be safe and keep plinking.